You know what's weird? We live in a time where not posting is almost suspicious. Like if someone doesn't share their life online, people start asking questions. Are they okay? Are they hiding something? Do they even exist? But here's what nobody talks about. The people who stay off the grid. They're not lost. They're not broken. In fact, they might be the most put-together people you know. The psychology behind it is way more fascinating than you think. Let me ask you something. When's the last time you posted a photo of yourself? Yesterday? Last week? Now think about that one person you know who just doesn't, ever. No profile pics. No vacation dumps. No felt cute, might delete later. They exist in real life, but online? Ghost mode. And before you think they're just antisocial or stuck in 2005, pause. Because what's happening in their brain is actually the opposite of what most people assume. Here's the thing. Most of us post because we're wired to seek feedback. It's dopamine. It's social proof. It's do people think I'm cool? But the people who don't post, they've already answered that question for themselves. They don't need a comments section to tell them they matter. And that's not arrogance. It's something called self-validation. It's rare. It's quiet. It's powerful. Now, let me break this down. Because there are actually 5 psychological traits that show up again and again in people who refuse to live their lives online. And once you hear them, you'll start seeing it everywhere. First, they guard their energy like it's gold. These people aren't trying to be mysterious. They just know that every post is an invitation for opinions, for judgment, for people to form conclusions about you based on a single frozen moment. And they've decided that's not worth it. Psychologists call this high privacy orientation. It's not fear, it's boundaries. They don't want strangers weighing in on their happiness. And honestly, that's smart. Second, they know exactly who they are. No filters needed. There's this concept in psychology called self-concept clarity. Basically, how well you understand yourself. And people who post less, they score higher. They don't need to test out different versions of themselves online to figure out which one gets the most likes. They already know what they stand for, what they value, what makes them them. And that kind of clarity is magnetic in real life, even if it's invisible online. Third thing, and this one's big, they're emotionally full, not empty, not lonely. Full. They don't post a sunset to prove they're living. They just live. Psychologists link this to something called secure self-esteem. It's confidence that doesn't need applause. It doesn't need validation. It just is. And because of that, they're less anxious, less reactive, less dependent on what other people think. They're not performing. They're just being. Fourth, they think before they share. Like actually think. Most people post in the moment, impulsively. But these people, they pause. They ask themselves, does this matter? Does this add value? Or am I just filling space? That's a trait called internal locus of evaluation. A fancy term, simple meaning. It means they judge their own actions by their own rules, not by what gets them attention. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're trying to stay aligned with themselves. And fifth, they see the trap. They know social media is a highlights reel. They know it's designed to make you compare, compete, and feel like you're never enough. Psychologists call it social comparison theory. And these people, they've opted out, not because they're scared, but because they're protecting something more important, their peace. They'd rather feel good in silence than anxious in the spotlight. So here's what I want you to take from this. If you know someone who never posts, don't feel sorry for them. Don't assume they're struggling or hiding. It might just be operating on a level most people don't even know exists. They're choosing depth over display, presence over performance. And in a world that's louder than ever, that kind of quiet confidence, that's the real flex. Because at the end of the day, the people who don't need to be seen are usually the ones most worth knowing. So now I'm curious, which type are you? Are you the person who posts everything, or the one who stays completely off the radar? Drop a comment and let me know if you're team posts or team ghosts. And if this video made you rethink how you see people online, hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started digging into the psychology most people never talk about. I'll see you in the next one.